Hello and welcome back to the Faculty Incentive Plan Tool tutorial series for faculty members. In today's tutorial, you will learn how to access the Faculty Incentive Plan tool inside of the Atlas portal. You will also learn how to enter various components of your High Impact Practices Plan proposal inside of the Faculty Incentive Plan tool, and you will also be reintroduced to some of the additional support resources available to you as you plan your High Impact Practices Plan proposal. Let's get started by logging back into Atlas at atlas.valenciacollege.edu. Enter your Atlas username and password and then click the gray login button to log in. Once you have successfully logged into Atlas, click on the Faculty tab at the top of your screen. Then navigate to the Faculty Development channel and click on the Faculty Incentive Plan link. Once you have logged back into the tool successfully, you will be directed to the landing page that you made your initial plan selection on. You will have to scroll down to the bottom of the page and then click the blue Continue button on the bottom right corner of the page. Clicking Continue will direct you to your High Impact Practices Plan entry page. This is where you will enter all of the components of your initial High Impact Practices Plan draft. At the top, you will see that there are support resource links and additional instructions before you begin to enter your High Impact Practices Plan. Below the instructions, you will find additional resource links to assist you in planning out your High Impact Practices Plan. These documents include a High Impact Practices Frequently Asked Questions document, a High Impact Practices Plan template that you can utilize prior to entering your information online, and an example High Impact Practices Plan to assist you in designing an exemplar plan for your dean. Let's get started by reviewing the initial components that you will need to enter for your High Impact Practices Plan. Now that you are ready to document your High Impact Practices Plan proposal inside of the Faculty Incentive Plan tool, you will need to orient yourself to the various information regions requesting required information and optional information. The first region asking for information is the Project Overview region. This information is required and is asking you to provide a description of your project, including the topic, question or problem you are trying to solve, and any pertinent background information. Below the Project Overview region, you will see the Learning Outcomes region. There you will see three text entry boxes requesting student learning outcomes, faculty learning outcomes, and student success goals. All three of these pieces are required. Below the Learning Outcomes region, you will see the Appropriate Methods region. All of the components in this region are required and include high impact practices, the setting or learning environment by which you will implement your project, teaching and learning strategies, and assessment strategies. Keep in mind that each of these text boxes require a maximum character entry of 4,000 characters. As you noticed when I typed the first character in the box, it displayed the amount of characters that I have typed. I will go ahead and go back up to the top and start typing a bit of text in each of these boxes so that it registers. And here. Below the Appropriate Methods region, you will find an Attachments region with optional documentation to support your High Impact Practices Plan proposal. If you choose to upload any files or documentation to supplement your plan, simply click on the gray Browse button. Then select the file that you would like to upload from your computer's hard drive or thumb drive, and then click Open. Then click on the blue Attach File button. You will need to scroll back down to the Attachments region to confirm that your file was successfully attached. As you can see, my PDF was successfully attached with a file ID number. Note that if this was the incorrect file that you wanted to upload and you wanted to upload a different file, simply check the Remove box and then click on the blue Remove Attachment button. Then scroll back down to the Attachments area and select the appropriate file that you would like to attach. Below the Attachments region, you will find a region titled Alignment to High Impact Practices. One of the 5 options contained in this region are required to document for your High Impact Practices Plan proposal. You can choose from one of 5 options. The first option is to cite relevant research. The second option is to choose a strategic goal aligned with Valencia's 5-year plan. To select a goal, click on the Add or Remove a Strategic Goal button. Once you click on that button, it will direct you to the Strategic Goals page. There are a selection of all of the strategic goals listed in Valencia's 5-year impact plan. To select one or multiple goals, check the box next to a particular goal or goals, scroll down, and then click the blue Add Goals to My Plan button. Once you see that, you can see the current strategic goals generate at the top of your page. Scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page once you have finished. If you want to remove a strategic goal before saving, you can check the Remove box next to the particular goal. Then click the blue Remove Goals from My Plan button. Scroll back down and then click Save and Return to HIP to save your changes. Once you have saved your changes successfully, you would be directed back to the High Impact Practices Plan landing page. Scroll back down to the area that says Alignment to High Impact Practices. As you can see, we left off at option 2, which was Strategic Goals. The next option you can select is the Campus Plan Goals. We have provided resources and links to each of the campus plans based on each of the campus locations. Select your appropriate campus and then select the appropriate plan to review and select goals from. You can copy and paste the goals into this text entry box here. Remember, there are a limit of 4,000 characters for the text entry boxes. The next option you can choose from is a division or a departmental goal. You can copy-paste the goal below inside of the text entry box. Option number 5 is to choose an essential competency of a Valencia educator. To select an essential competency, click on the Add Remove Essential Competency button. Clicking on this button will direct you to the Essential Competencies of a Valencia Educator page. Below, you will see the current essential competencies selected and an area where you can add essential competencies to your plan. To select a particular essential competency or competencies, simply check the Select box next to each competency. Then click the blue Add Essential Competencies to My Plan button. Once you click the competencies, they will generate in the current essential competencies area at the top of the page. If you have made a mistake and selected an incorrect essential competency, simply click the Remove box next to the competency, then click Remove Essential Competencies from My Plan. Once you review all of your competencies and they are all correct, click on the Save and Return to HIP button. Once again, this will redirect you to the High Impact Practices Plan landing page. Scroll all the way back down to the bottom to the Alignment to High Impact Practices area. Once you have made your selection of at least one of the 5 options, you will need to go to the next region and describe how your project aligns to the research goal or competency selected above. This is a text entry field, and remember, like all of the text entry fields, it has a 4,000 character limit. The final step before you submit your HIP plan is to cite whether this is a shared project or if this is a solo project. To select this option, there is a drop-down menu provided for your convenience. Click on the chevron on the right-hand side, and it will generate the drop-down menu. You have 4 options to choose from. The first one says this is not a shared plan. The second one is this is a shared plan with another faculty member. The third option is this is a shared plan with my division. And the fourth option is this plan is shared with a discipline group across campuses. Select the appropriate option. For my example today, I will say that this is a shared plan with another faculty member, and this will generate a text box for me to provide the names of the colleagues or groups who I will be collaborating with on this project. So I will say Jane Doe at West Campus. Once I have entered all of the information, I can go ahead and either save and exit to enter more details at a later date, or I can save and continue on to additional components of my plan. Regardless of whether you choose to save and exit the Faculty Incentive Plan tool or save and continue on to the next component in your plan, remember that you will not see a High Impact Practices Plan proposal summary page until you have entered all components of your Faculty Incentive Plan into the tool. At that point, you will be directed to a summary page before submitting to your dean for review.